So we are considering the prospect of an even earlier school year into the fall, as early as late July, early August.
Well, all right then.
What we want to do is we want to get our schools open. We want to get them open quickly, beautifully in the fall. And as you know, this is a disease. It's a horrible disease, but young people do extraordinarily well.
Well, all right then.
Because there is no plan that prevents 100% of the risk of infection while offering 100% of the benefit of being on campus.
Well, all right then. Well, all right then.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom announced that all schools in these counties will not be allowed to reopen to classroom teaching, at least initially. News 8's Richard Allen has...
Well, all right then. Hi guys, I'm Mr. Castellanos and welcome to our classroom for this year. So I just said hi to you on Zoom live and now you're watching me in the YouTube video, and I just want to acknowledge that that's kind of weird and it's a little bit awkward. But I want to make you guys videos this year on YouTube because while I want to talk to you guys on Zoom, I also think YouTube can do things that Zoom can't, and so I want to give us both. And I think that just because of the way I am, and you'll as you get to know me this year, you'll see what I mean. YouTube lets me be myself a little bit more with you guys because I get really awkward on Zoom, and I'm hoping that changes. But if you feel awkward on Zoom, just know that I do too, and that's why we're doing this mix. So welcome. If you are feeling very overwhelmed right now, I am too. It's not just you. This is a really weird year, and if you had me last year, which some of you guys did, hello, all of my 10th graders who are now my 11th graders, then you know that I really miss you guys. I'm sitting in this classroom alone, and I'm recording this video like a good 3 or 4 days before you're going to see it, and so I can still talk to you, but there's this delay. My YouTube videos I make several days before I send them to you guys because they take a little bit of time to edit and upload and all of that. And then even on Zoom, there's a delay, right? There's like that 1 or 2 second delay that makes conversations kind of hard. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. I miss you. I wish we were all here in person. What I'm gonna do just for today, because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, is I'm gonna take you through a PowerPoint that I made last year, sort of just explaining who I am. And then we're gonna do what's called a video check. If you were my student last year, you already know how these work, but if not, I will explain to you how they work. And then I'll see you tomorrow on Zoom, and we're gonna do an activity where I get to know you. But before I can get to know you, I just kind of wanna briefly introduce you to me. Let's just get on to the PowerPoint. All right, so we're now looking at my screen. As I'm sure you guys have gotten used to by now, that just seems to be how we do things these days. But this is my screen, and this is a PowerPoint called Who Am I? And it's about me, Mr. Castellanos, and it's for fall 2020. Pretend that we're in the classroom and I'm up and this is on the projector screen, and I'm moving around very animatedly, making gestures, very excited. Put that image in your head. That's where we're at right now. So who am I? Well, we need to start with my name. Nobody on campus can say it quite right, and I've accepted that it's okay. But every year I try to explain how to say my name. So you guys know how in Spanish the word quesadilla is quesadilla? The two L's make a Y sound. That's a thing in Spanish, and the same thing is going on with my last name. So Castellanos, the two L's make a Y sound. Quesadilla, Castellanos, very different things, although I do like quesadillas, but very different things, but the double L makes a Y sound. That's how you can remember how to say my name. You can also call me Mr. C, that's what most people call me, but I mean, you know. Now you know how to say my last name in case you do want to say it. I'm a first-generation Mexican-American, and I didn't speak English as a kid. So my parents are immigrants, and I was raised in SoCal. And in kindergarten and in the first grade, I didn't speak any English at all, and it was terrifying. So I told myself, I'm going to figure out English. And I had it down by third grade, and then I got really good at reading, and I just never stopped. So to me, figuring out the English language gave me answers to a lot of things, and I just became obsessed with getting answers to things. So that's why I am an English teacher now. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If English isn't your favorite subject, if the English language you kind of struggle with, I know some of us are ELs in my 11th grade class, it's okay. You can figure it out, and I understand what you're going through because I went through it, and now I'm here. And we're going to have a fabulous time with English because it is a really, really cool language. But we'll get into that another time. As I said, I'm from Southern California. I'm from a city called Escondido. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Escondido or been there. All the cool kids call it Esco. So I am from Esco. And SoCal looks very different from Northern California. You've got the beach and the palm trees. They love palm trees down there. You've got skater culture and surfers. They grow a ton of avocados down there. So like this is very normal, this picture over here. Where's my mouse cursor? This picture right here. You'll be driving around and you'll see this, dude. There are hills covered in avocado trees. Like that's the aesthetic right there. And it's a really pretty place. Look, there are some palm trees, the hills, etc. However, I think it's pretty common to want to experience something different from where you grew up. So I spent my early 20s down in SoCal. There I am on the beach in Malibu. But then NorCal happened. I dropped out of college for a few years. I didn't come back until I was 24. And I got into Davis. So that picture here on the left is me and my mom during orientation when I was new to Davis. This picture on the right was 2 years later when I graduated. My family drove up to see me. That's my mom, dad, my little sister. And after I finished Davis, I got hired at Florin High, and I moved to Sacramento. So I lived in Midtown, taught at Florin, and then loved it. But I ended up at Franklin instead, and I'm really glad I did. I like Florin. I also like Franklin. They're just both really great schools. I wanted to kind of experience different things. So that's how I got here. And what we're going to do right now is I'm going to tell you about some things I like so you can start to get a sense for who I am. I really like English. I like the English language. I think it's really cool. I also love Spanish, but I have a particular fascination with English. I love reading. I love creative writing. I love English. I really like traveling. That's really hard to do right now with the pandemic, but I absolutely love going places. I've been to Southeast Asia, Canada, Mexico. I'll tell you guys travel stories further in the year once we, kind of get a rhythm going. But I love traveling. I like pineapple on my pizza. Come at me, bro. I know some people really hate pineapple on pizza. I think it's delicious. Thank you. I drink too much coffee. And I said this at the beginning of last year. Right now, I'm not drinking too much because over summer, I usually stop. So right now at the beginning of the year, I'm drinking 1 small cup in the morning. You guys will see me start to get more and more addicted to it as the year goes on. I'll be drinking like 3 or 4 cups a day by January, most likely. Once again, I really love English. I like dogs. And I really like vintage computers. I don't have my whole YouTube studio set up yet. But if you were in my class last year, you saw my little old Mac. That's currently at my apartment because I had to clear the room over summer. But that will be back soon. So you guys are going to get to see. my old Mac. There's my dog Roxy. She's not with me. She had to stay at home with my family when I moved away like 5 years ago now, and she's still down there. I miss her dearly. She's the best. I love fountain pens. I love writing. All right, so the last slide I have for you guys is, I guess I just want to tell you how my quarantine has been. It has been really boring, first of all. Everything's closed. There's nothing to do. You can't really see people. It's been boring. It's been emotionally painful. I think we're in the middle of a really long traumatic experience, man. Our world is changing. The news are terrifying. None of us really have any idea how this is going to play out exactly. So yeah, it's kind of been a painful summer. I had to cancel all my plans. I had plans to go to Europe, and that got canceled, and I still haven't gotten my refund for the plane ticket. I'm starting to wonder if I'll ever get that money back. But I had to cancel all my plans. I was going to go spend some time in Escondido. I wanted to go to a music festival. Like, I was going to have a really great summer, and then COVID happened. So all my plans got canceled, and then there were no 10th and 11th graders in my life because I really like being a teacher, and I really enjoy chatting with you guys. And 10th graders are a lot, man. You guys can really be a pain, but I do love you. And 11th graders are super cool, man. 11th grade, I feel, is when you kind of really, there's a shift, and you start to feel and think more like an adult. And being a teacher and being there to watch that happen is extremely cool. And a lot of you guys were in my 10th grade class, and now you're in my 11th grade class. So I'm going to get to see you start to become more and more of an adult, and I'm so excited. But all that to say, this summer, it became pretty obvious that we weren't going to come back in person. And so that's why I say there was a distinct lack of 10th and 11th graders. I'm like, where are you guys? You're missing, and you're not going to be back in my life in August. Not, the way that I'm used to. So quarantine is kind of really hurt. I'm pretty over it. It doesn't matter because it's a virus, and it's not going to be over till it's over. It doesn't care that I'm over it, but what can you do? On the bright side, I am learning how to play piano, and the reason that I'm trying to teach myself piano is because I bought a synthesizer. I can't talk. I think synthesizers are extremely cool. I bought this little one. It's the Yamaha Reface DX, and it is, I will play it for you guys. We're not going to get into it now, but it's just such a cool little thing, and I'll show it to you. I'm obsessed with this thing, but I am learning how to play piano so that I can make cool synthesizer sounds. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you for watching this video. The way that I'm going to just make sure you did watch the video is we're going to do something called a video check. And the way video checks work is basically I'm going to leave a blank question on Google Classroom, and you'll see it posted right next to this video. And in the video, I'm going to tell you what the question is, and you're going to go on Google Classroom and type in the answer. So there's a blank answer box on Google Classroom listed under today, but you're not going to know what the question is unless you watch the video. So for today's video check, the question is, what is your favorite smell? My favorite smell personally is unexpected coffee. It's the smell of coffee when you didn't know that you were going to smell coffee. You know when you walk into a room or an office and you're like, oof, smells like coffee in here. That's my favorite smell. So for today's video check, tell me what your favorite smell is. Do that right now real quick because it is due today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to start on Zoom. I'll explain what we're doing. Basically, you're just going to fill out a form and tell me a little bit about you because I want to get to know you guys, and I want to know what music you guys listen to and what you're into. Maybe some TikTok recommendations. I'm trying to get more on board with TikTok. Oh, Mr. C, all the teachers are like trying to be cool by getting on TikTok. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm only watching it because I know you guys watch it. But I would like recommendations. I want to know what you guys watch on TikTok. So all of that we're going to do tomorrow. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.